Latest episode in the drama series Game of Jones. Time to open up that checkbook, y'all. It's time. Get your quarterback signed. Trust me.
Turn the pressure up. I don't quit. I don't fold under pressure. I'm the best, and I know I'm the best. And you know I'm the best.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation? It's your boy DMV back with another one. So I wanted to get you guys my notes. I definitely took notes during this game because football is back, man. And I know that with football being back, there were a lot of players that we wanted to get looks at. What I decided to do was have a winners and losers video. Talking about the guys that did well with the bright lights and the guys that haven't, because all we've really known is practice. And for many athletes out there, we know that there's a such thing as practice players. Some people, when the lights are bright, they just don't play as well, right? So what I want to do is kind of summarize certain things that I was looking for, certain answers that we got today, and then we're going to highlight our winners and losers, all right? So the first play of the game, the Rams tried to establish the run game. And obviously, we know that Dallas's run defense has been atrocious, especially, coming off of Dan Quinn's regime. And the first play was like 2 yards, So I think for the most part, I know that Boston Scott had a solid day on the ground as far as yardage and stuff goes, and he had some chunk plays throughout the game. But for the most part, I thought the run defense held up pretty well. I thought the linebacker play was pretty good. Defensive line play was hit or miss, but we had some guys that showed some flashes. I actually talk about that in my winners and losers. I thought that Overshown, speaking of linebacker play, I thought Overshown, looked fast. Got gnats and everything back here. Thought he looked fast. I thought that, he picked up where he left off, and, that's a good sign. Let me see. Rico's first carry. So we talk about the offense. Rico's first carry was 9 yards, and they got Rico in and out of there really, really fast. Rico, I'm glad they got him out. I'm also glad that he got some reps, because for me, I feel like the Cowboys starters need more reps throughout preseason. I actually hate sitting those guys out. Like, getting a 1 or 2 drives, to me, at a certain part in the preseason, I'm not saying today, but at some point, I'd like to see them do that, because ultimately sitting guys out hasn't won us nothing in January. So what do you have to lose besides maybe getting a little bit more continuity earlier? Big play to Jalen Brooks. Cooper Rush, I think, when he was in there, did pretty solid. There was one time where the pressure got to him a little bit, and he kind of threw the ball up in the stands. But for the most part, I thought Cooper Rush did pretty well. We got some guys getting beat on the offensive line. Bass on the 3rd and 7 early on that first drive, which probably, negated a touchdown. And it happened quite a bit in the red zone. I don't think that in the red zone, green zone, or getting close to it, I don't think we did very, very well with the short field today. Marquise Bell was active on defense early. Trey Lance, from the second drive on, this was his game. And I thought that he missed some opportunities in this game. Missed a lot of throws. There was a lot of up and down play. There was a lot more bad than there was good in this game for Trey Lance. Mozzie Smith, ups and downs for him as well. But the only thing that stood out to me was one play when Bo Limmer just jacked him up, and they got a real big chunk play on the run. Eric Scott had a lot of bad today. That interception that he got before halftime, I think that he needed it. If he didn't get that, I think that he was on the verge of not even, making it back to damn Texas. Let me see what else I got. Junior Fehoko looked very, very powerful at the point of attack. I liked what I saw from him in there. I think that he's going to add some toughness to that defensive line. So I like what I saw there. Like what I saw from Nealon today, and a couple of other defensive linemen. Guyton, man, look, that was a great pick. It was a great pick. And I say that as somebody that's humble. On draft night, wasn't a big fan of it, but I knew that it had potential if he was coached right. And the NFL coaching has helped him tremendously. Working with Duke in the offseason has helped him tremendously. But most importantly, the young guy has done the work. And when you do the work, you should be rewarded. And Guyton looks like a standout. What an excellent pick, man. I'll give the Joneses their credit. Game of Jones, but the Joneses gets a little bit of credit there. I love the secondary's ability to take away the football. They had 4 interceptions today, and 5 if it wasn't for the holding penalty late, which probably lost them the game if I'm being completely honest. But, you know, them being able to take away the football is a big thing. I don't think that the pass rush is going to be the same, but I do think that I saw some disguised blitzes and stuff, so they're going to have to create pressure that way. But it was refreshing to actually see real blitz schemes, nothing gimmicky. And yeah, so I'm okay with that. I'm okay with what I've seen so far. The only thing I think on the defensive backside is used to seeing Kalen Carson kind of strap people up a little bit more. I thought he was a little tentative today. I'd like to see him a little bit more, but first time under the bright lights, so that's very, very understandable. So here are my winners and losers. My winners: Tyler Guyton, Rico, Marquise Bell. Had an excellent day, Marquise Bell. And I really hope that he has a chance to really compete for a starting job. I don't know what Donovan Wilson has really done in order for them to say, well, he's that much better than Marquise Bell, other than having a contract, and it's coming up on the years for that as well. But Marquise Bell did well, Overshown did well, and somebody said it, I think it was Tuck, Marquise Bell and Overshown is fun watching those guys play together. And Junior Fehoko was a winner for me. I like this point of attack. I like how strong he was. I like this hustle. Losers. Trey Lance was the biggest loser today for me. 4 interceptions. We couldn't make them pay. He showed flashes on maybe one drive, but for the most part, Trey Lance was throwing the ball in the stands all day, missing reads late. Outside of his athleticism, there was nothing really consistent about what he was doing out there. And that's going to hurt him. Eric Scott, I thought Eric Scott early on, before the pick, he was getting picked on. He was getting tossed around. Point blank, period. Matt Willetsko, I didn't think Matt Willetsko was very, very good today. I thought early on he was getting whooped. Straight up. Austin Richards, didn't like him today. He needs to be better. And lastly, I said Kalen Carson. To me, I didn't think he was good today. I thought that he was regular, if you get what I'm saying. I didn't think he was bad, but I thought he was regular. And to me, it doesn't mean he's going to get cut. Doesn't mean I saw him in the slot a little bit early on, but hopefully he can improve in the next preseason game. Because I know he's going to do his thing in practice, but, and again, I got to go back and watch the tape. Maybe there was some missed stuff on the back end, and maybe he was just reacting and it looked like he was late. So, again, this is all reactionary, and we'll get to the tape, we'll get to the film, and, I'll do some film studies as well. But appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, here we go.
Says on the beat, boy.
Cause he wanna light. Headlights, I've been whipping midnight through the city. I've been going through some things, trying to get my mind right. Push the bucket to the limit, push that bitch into the finish. Gotta get the full control, gotta get my mind right. Headlights, I've been whipping midnight